In 1961, I was in Memphis, Tennessee for a visit with my maternal grandparents, Morton and Inez Tendler. I was 4, and my younger brother Chris, who was 2, usually spent some of our summers here so that my parents could vacation without us. This was fine with me since I loved the dank, sweltering heat of the South by the Mississippi in the summer in the company of my grandparents. My grandfather was the head of surgery at the First Baptist Hospital and was a legend, a hero in this city. Everywhere my brother and I went, we were recognized as Morton Tendler's grandsons, and the ice cream, candy, or cookies that came with that recognition were too good to be true. On top of all this, on this visit, my grandfather had 2 tickets for him and me to go to a Memphis Chicks baseball game. They were a minor league team that belonged to the Cincinnati Reds, and it was to be my first real baseball game. But on the day of the game, my grandfather got a call from the hospital, and he had to go in to perform an operation on a policeman who had been shot during a robbery attempt. He told me not to worry because Walter would take me to the game. Walter Robinson was my grandparents' gardener. He was older than dirt, as the Southern expression went. He cut my grandparents' grass, raked their leaves, built bird feeders, dug out their pond, and anything else that required doing 5 days a week. I felt like I'd known him for as long as I'd known my grandparents, and while disappointed that my grandfather was not going, I was happy to go with Walter. We got to Garber Stadium at around 12:30 for the 1 o'clock start. Before walking through the turnstiles, I could already taste the hot dogs, boiled peanuts, and Coca-Colas that I was about to consume in mammoth proportions. However, when Walter handed the tickets to the man at the turnstile, he looked us over and said, "Sorry, boy, these seats are for whites only." I was shocked and couldn't control the tears escaping from my eyes. Walter knelt quickly in front of me and in a kind but very stern voice said, "Stevie, don't you be crying. Your grandpa wouldn't want none of that at this time. Come on, we'll go sit in the colored section with the real baseball fans." I wiped my eyes and reached for his soft, wrinkled, and powerful hand, and he led this little Jewish child into the promised land of the right field bleachers, the colored section. I don't remember much about the game, and it wasn't until a decade or so later that I realized what Walter had been a victim of, and by then he was dead, and I couldn't tell him I was sorry.